Welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is March 20th, and we are in the throes of March Madness. Tomorrow, the round of 64 starts. I'm not wilting under the pressure, though. I'm hanging tough. But baseball is about to start in 2 weeks, and as you know, we have been covering previewing the 2013 MLB season every week with Swingin Johnson, taking a look at the articles that he has been writing. Swingin Johnson, thanks for being here with us once again.
Loshak! I love it, man!
Yeah.
You know, this is funny because I know you are absolutely jonesing for the tournament to begin, yet you have to act like you actually give it to him about baseball on the eve of March freaking Madness. And you know, Loshak, I'm strictly betting baseball this year because after last year's March Madness tournament, I started selling furniture for a living. Unfortunately, it was my own because I was absolutely broke.
Unbelievable. But yeah, opening day, when's that starts? Like in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's here, but I can see you are locked on like a friggin' laser beam to Thursday and Friday.
I absolutely am. I want to win that Heritage contest so bad. You have no idea, Swingin Johnson. I want it so bad.
I love it. You can do it.
All right, so the article that you wrote for us this week deals with the odds to win the American League divisions, the AL East, Central, and West. Let's start with the AL East. You think there's some value there?
Well, you know, I do, and I think there's value here simply because I don't think any team is a lock to win this, despite the fact that, you know, everybody is Twitter about Toronto Blue Jays and the fact that they brought in all those guys. I mean, you know, certainly they did a complete makeover, no doubt about that. I don't know. I'm just not convinced about Toronto. Maybe it's because they're Toronto. But, you know, Tampa Bay, I mean, okay, they've got David Price. I mean, terrific pitcher. And of course, you know, even Longoria, who somehow has been able to manage his baseball career while shooting Desperate Housewives in the offseason for all these years. I don't know how he's done it, but certainly he is a big factor. But I don't see Tampa Bay being able to do much. And Baltimore's Baltimore. So that leads me to the Boston Red Sox. And I know I sound like a homer, and not that I'm convinced that the Red Sox are absolutely going to run away with this thing. I'm just thinking for a 5, 6, 7 to 1, hey, they're as good as anybody. Why not?
Sure. Plus 550. Those are the odds you're seeing. Where'd you see those odds?
I think it was at Bovada, but I'm not 100% sure. But
hey, yeah, absolutely. Anytime, you know, the long baseball season, getting someone plus 550 just to win the division is always going to strike me as not a bad thing to do. And if you think there's a reason to like Boston anyway, then it strikes me as probably a pretty good pick. Then we'll move on to the AL Central, where I believe Detroit is the big favorite, right?
Yeah, they are. They're minus 275, and yes, I can tell you specifically this was at Bovada, and you know let's face it, it's tough to lay almost 3 to 1 on a team to capture the division. But when you know who is going to beat them, I mean, the Twins' season is over after the first pitch on opening day. You know, Cleveland, sure, they're going to be a little bit better, I think, under Francona. White Sox, okay. I mean, maybe they're the team that could give them a little bit of a run. I have a feeling they're just going to kind of fade. In Kansas City, well, you know, they're still trying to lure George Brett out of retirement. So I don't think that there's anybody that's going to beat Detroit. I don't think there's any value in any one of those teams. So, you know, if you don't mind laying, you know, $2.5, $3 to 1, you know what? I think you could put your money at the beginning of the year and cash right at the end.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, I did talk to Brent, the lines manager at BetDSI, and he said that he got some very, very notable sharp action on a team from the AL Central. What do you think? Do you think that the Sharps agreed with you or not? What's your gut feeling on this one?
My gut feeling is it was probably the White Sox.
No, no, it was not the White Sox, but I can tell you it was definitely not Detroit at minus 275. It was Kansas City. That's big sharp action on Kansas City futures odds reported to me by Brent from BetDSI.
Am I a square? I know what you're getting at, Loshak. And I'm taking the bait.
All right, let's move on to the AL West. Now, of course, in the AL West, you know, we've got the Rangers, and we all know that they are depleted offensively now, and the Angels, who on paper, you know, they're stacking up big names. Will that translate into wins? It didn't really last year. What do you think about the AL West this year?
I'm as square as a friggin' television in this thing, and I really am. I'm telling you, you're absolutely right. I mean, you know, when Josh Hamilton and Michael Young walk out the door, does your team get better? I mean, of course not. Okay, so the Rangers have taken a step back. The A's were the Cinderella story. I'm telling you, every time I read that or write that, that's all I hear is Bill Murray in the background at Caddyshack. But, you know, look at, I mean, they surprised the hell out of everyone last year. And, you know, maybe the younger players are going to continue to do and come around, but I don't know. That just seemed like the moon and the stars aligned for the Athletics last year. And, then we've got the Astros are in it this year. That's right. They're going to be the comic relief of the American League. And Seattle is young and improving. But, let's face it, the only team here are the Los Angeles Angels. I mean, this team is stacked. They are so stacked. It's like murderers row all over again from that old Yankee team. I mean, Josh Hamilton, Albert Pujols, Mike Trout. I mean, Trumbo. Are you kidding me?
Well, minus 150, not a huge line, though. Not a huge line. So you're not getting severely burned if you are wrong. But, in general, when it comes to futures for division winners, I do like to generally lean towards sizable underdogs, as you do with the AL East.
I hear you, buddy. I mean, that's about the only thing I got for you. But next week we're going to be doing the National League, and maybe I'll have some long shots for you there.
All right, excellent. I very much look forward to it. Swingin Johnson, a pleasure once again. Talk to you next week.
Okay, buddy.